right cheek, left cheek, right cheek. Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. With the Sephora sale right around the corner, I figured that I would share a little demo and just my thoughts on this new Hourglass ambient lighting unlocked palette. So I picked up the new Hourglass ambient lighting edit unlocked palette when it first came out. These palettes retail for $90. Yeah, $90, which is why I wanted to put this video out before the Sephora sale. That way, you know, if you're a Rouge or a VIB or a Beauty Insider, you guys can get a little bit of discount on this palette because it is not cheap, you guys. Just for those of you who might be interested in seeing if this palette is dark skin friendly. I'm a big fan of the Hourglass ambient lighting palettes and the powder formula in general. So when I saw that they were coming out with a new unlocked palette, girl, I knew I had to be on it. Last year, Hourglass released a palette and I picked up the Tiger palette, which was the deepest colorway they had last year. So this is what the palette from last year looks like. So this year they had a snake palette, a leopard palette, and a jellyfish palette. So how it works is Hourglass released 3 different colorways or color palettes with the jellyfish, snake, and leopard packaging. And the snake palette is the deepest option, and it also had the most new shades. Out of the 6 shades, only 1 of the shades in the snake palette is a repeat shade. So just like last year, you could customize the color palettes and the packaging on the Hourglass website. This year, they included 1 additional packaging that is exclusive to the Hourglass website, and that is the one I have here. This is the owl packaging with the snake color palette. And this is what she looks like. All right, there you have it. So this is the snake palette inside the owl packaging. Okay, and let me just give you guys a little side by side with the snake palette and the tiger palette from last year. So here we have the snake palette in the owl packaging and the tiger palette from last year. I think they're definitely different enough to have both. I loved this palette so much that I knew I had to get the new one because I've been using this consistently all throughout the year, and since its release, I have used and loved this tiger palette so much. Let's get into the details about this new deep palette from Hourglass. The first shade in the owl palette is it's a ambient lighting powder in radiant light, and that one is described as a golden beige. The next one is the ambient lighting blush in coral haze, and that one is described as a pink coral. The third and final one in the top row is the ambient metallic strobe lighting powder in infinite strobe light, and that one is described as a warm gold. The first one in the second row is another blush formula, and that one is called Sunbeam, and it's a rich peach. I love the sound of that one. And the one next to it is another blush, and it's called Mystic Flush, and it is a mid-tone pink coral. And the final one is a ambient lighting bronzer, and it's called Solar Bronze, and it's described as a rich bronze. Rich what? Bitch, what? No, rich, nah. This is, okay. I love Hourglass's powder formula, like I mentioned earlier, but they really need to work on the shade range. Last year, of all the ambient lighting palettes they've released every single year, last year's palette, which was the Tiger palette, was the only one that could ever work for someone looking like me and possibly deeper than me. And again, this year I see Hourglass, they made an effort to include us with, you know, deeper shades that we can use on darker skin tones. But for a bronzer, who is this bronzing? I know right off the bat, like this shade, which is supposed to be a rich bronze, this is not bronzing me. What am I supposed to do with that? That's not gonna bronze me, but I'll see what I can do, you know, with that powder formula, but it's not gonna be a bronzer on me. Maybe if you're a little bit lighter than me, that will work on you as a bronzer, but Hourglass, please, can we actually get a bronzer for deep skin? Thank you. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do in this video is, of course, I'm probably gonna give you like some hand swatches somewhere in this video. I'm just all over the place with this one, but I'm gonna do that, but I'm also going to apply this on my face. I'm gonna start with Radiant Light, which is this one, the first one in the top row. I'm gonna start with that one right here. And I'm gonna dust it all over my face. I've already done my complexion products. I've already set with powder, but I'm gonna add this to see if it's gonna make a difference to what I've already done. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dust this in like my T-zone area where I usually, you know, where you wanna get a little extra light. I can definitely see a little bit of beam right there. Can y'all see that? I wanna go in with this, oh yeah, look at this bronzer. What? This is not gonna bronze me at all. I'm already wearing bronzer. Yeah, that's not gonna bronze me. Let's go in with Coral Haze. Coral Haze, let's go in with that one. I'm gonna put that on the right side of my face. So the thing about the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder Blush Formula is that they are so light. You get the pigment and you get the color, but they just blend in with the skin beautifully. Like you can see right now, like I'm building it up, which I don't mind. I typically have to build these up because that's how you get that natural flushed look to your skin. I like it. That's pretty. I like that. Yeah, I love that. The only thing I would say is I don't see me reaching for this shade of blush during this time of year for the fall. Like I'm not gonna be reaching for like corally, pinky based blushes, but this is very pretty and I can see myself using this shade more in the summertime. So I'm gonna go in with Sunbeam, which is the peachy shade on my left cheek. Left cheek, right cheek, left cheek, right cheek. Whoa. I was not expecting that. Y'all see that? Sunbeam is definitely packing a punch. Oh my God. Well, this Sunbeam came in with all the pigment. Oh my God. I can already tell you that Sunbeam is going to be my favorite because she is, y'all see it. Y'all see it. I don't have to say too much. I know you see it. Like, she's pretty. Now this shade is one I know I'm gonna wear this all year round, baby, because ain't nothing like a good peachy or orange blush on deep melanin skin, okay? I already used the Coral Haze shade on this cheek, but I'm gonna layer it with the Mystic Flush, which is this one. Right away I can see the difference. Like, do you see how much that picked up on the brush? Mystic Flush is very similar to Coral Haze, but it has more pigment in it. They are very similar. This is Mystic Flush and this is Coral Haze. And let me just swatch them right here. And you can see that right there as well. Mystic Flush is right here, Coral Haze right here, and it is similar, not quite the same. Coral Haze is just a lighter, toned down coral shade, and Mystic Flush is a deeper, rich coral. If I want to go for a more natural, flushed look, I'll probably use Coral Haze, and if I'm trying to make a statement, I'll use Mystic Flush. Let's get into this highlighter. I'm gonna go in with the Infinite Strobe Light, and I'm gonna put that just on the high points of my cheeks. Just like all the other highlighter formula from Hourglass, it just gives you a lit from within type of look. Just so pretty, blends into the skin. Right now I have a lot of texture on my cheeks, and I feel like I can apply this and it's just gonna blend in, and it doesn't emphasize the texture on my skin. I'm gonna do a little bit right here. Like, these are the types of powders that I am not afraid to just dust everywhere on my skin, because they truly give you that just skin. Oh, this is my skin and I'm just glowing. That's what the ambient lighting powders do. Can you guys tell the difference? I hope you can, because right now my skin has a healthy glow, and I've used 5 out of the 6 shades. If I'm not trying to keep you guys too long, I'm just here to give you some swatches, show you how the powders apply and how they look on my skin tone if you have a similar or deeper skin tone, just to give you an idea if you're interested in this palette. If you don't have any of the Hourglass ambient lighting palettes and you're deep complexion and you want to experience what the powders are like, I would 100% recommend the Snake palette. I am happy having both palettes in my collection. They are different enough to where I am okay with having both. Of course, none of them include a bronzing shade for my skin tone. Hopefully Hourglass will listen in the future and give us a deep enough bronzer shade for dark skin. But I think if you have the Tiger palette from last year, you could definitely have the one from this year and you'd get completely different, similar vibes, but different enough to have both in your collection. Yeah, those are my thoughts on the new Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked palette. If you found this helpful, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Talk to me in the comments, let me know your thoughts, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.